I'm Sasha. I've been working with food pretty much my whole life. I started when I was 11 and I took over the Thanksgiving dinner for my dad and my two brothers while my mom was in the hospital, and I've been cooking ever since. I believe in educating people about food and getting good food to people and giving them the skills to know what to do with good food and to make great meals and to not waste food and things like that. So I do that by either teaching or doing demos at the co-op, and which I really love doing. And it feels like an extension of who I am and what I do. And I spent 3 years on the board of the farmers market here in town. And I feel like the farmers market and the co-op and the food bank here, are really the kind of the heart of the food system in town. And I also really like local food. I like supporting local farms, local makers, vendors, and things like that. So it's great. It's great. The co-op is wonderful, and I love being a part of it. I'd really love to see classes come back. I'd love to see more demos. Maybe in time, even have a bigger building so that there was room for classes to have a dining area, which can become kind of a community hub, a place to meet, and preferably out of the flood zone. So vote for me because I am all about food. I was put on this earth to nurture bellies. And I do that in a number of ways. Being on the board will mean being that much closer to the heart of everyone's home in Port Townsend by being on the board. So vote for me.
So my name is Cameron Jones, and I moved here in 2013 from South Florida. And I'm running for the co-op board because I value the role the co-op plays in the community as not only a place that represents food resiliency, but also resiliency in the community. I know myself, I've worked there. I know a lot of people that have worked there. And so I value the co-op, and why I want to work there is I want to continue to see it grow as a kind of community pillar, and kind of increase the accessibility and equity. I have a lot of my focus is on equity, and value the role that the co-op has played in the community. It's one of the places I came to when I first came to Port Townsend, and was really one of the first places I've actually was able to eat fresh produce. Didn't grow up in places where there was a lot of fresh food, so that is really important to me. And I think that kind of value in the relationship to food and where it comes from is really important. And I think it can expand more to the diversity of the community and continue to kind of evolve and provide that same kind of support, food resilience, and community as this community does kind of develop and evolve through time and climate change. So that's, I would say outreach is the end that resonates with me the most. I'm definitely at heart and in my work in the community, a community organizer. So I really see the value in really expanding the collaborative partnerships and relationships in the community that supports and bolsters the co-op and its membership, but also kind of supports and bolsters the other organizations that we partnership. So I really am devout, it's not the best word, but I really believe that, community collaboration is really important to resiliency. And the co-op as a community center is strong in that, and the outreach piece is really important to me. First of all, I would love to be on the board because, again, it's a community pillar and kind of a symbol of resiliency. And I'm a fervent believer in food as a grounding center for community resiliency. Again, coming from spaces where there's a lot of food deserts or more food apartheid, where you can grow food year round, and there should be access to organic and nutritionally dense food. In a lot of communities, especially communities of color, that doesn't always happen. So that passion and the equity, accessibility mindedness, bringing it to the co-op with that experience and the work they've already done in the community, I feel like I can help bolster that as well. And and I think just the work I do in the community already with Black Lives Matter Jefferson County, and work in the county with conservation and with the city for advocacy for equity, I think just it's a nice kind of enhancement or kind of addition to what the co-op already offers. So vote for me.
Hi, I'm Claire Thomas. I am running for the Food Co-op Board. This will be my second term actually running. I've served 3 years already on the board, and I'm running for another 2-year term. I feel like, I really enjoy being part of our board. I enjoy being a part of our food co-op. I have very strong, warm feelings about our co-op. I try to imagine like what would Port Townsend be without it, and it would be really lame. We do a lot of really wonderful things that I think the community doesn't even know about. I really love our food co-op very much. And with the past 3 years, we started on this process of evaluating our ends. We're rewriting the ends this year, and so I want to be a part of that project. I feel like I don't want to just walk away in the middle of that. I really want to keep doing the board work. With the ends this year, I think the goal is to try to make them more user-friendly, to make them more readable and understandable, simplify them a little bit, but still have the same message of everything that the food co-op is trying to accomplish. So like right now we have 5, and a big question that we've asked ourselves this year is, do we actually need 5 ends? Maybe we need 1, maybe it needs to be really broad, maybe we need to specify a little bit more. So we're still kind of in this process of what is the best way to write our ends so that it's understandable to our member owners and usable for our general manager. When I first joined, it was pre-pandemic, so we were still meeting in person, and I felt like I had been in town for a couple of years, and I wanted to start getting involved with things in the community, and food systems and farming is sort of some of my background from South Carolina, and I just felt a call, like this drive to be a part of this amazing cooperation, this business in the middle of town here. I just really wanted to be a part of it and see, get a relationship going, a little bit more than me just being a shopper. So I think what I'm passionate about with the food co-op is the people and its relationship to the community. I really feel like it's a really important business that we have here in town, and like I said before, our town would be very different without the co-op. So its success is really important to me.